Hello, welcome back to Cocktails, a Probetus Promotions podcast. I'm Savanah, and I have my co-host with me, Shannon.
Hello, I'm Shannon. Hello.
There we go. I don't got the power yet.
And today we have Krisi with us. She is from our Probetus office. Krisi.
Hello, I am very happy to be here.
And we're super happy to have you.
Thank you.
Sebs, you should tell us what we're drinking today.
Today we have a 90s theme. So we're flashing back to the 90s, and we have in our cups Purple Rain. So we'll cheers to this. So Purple Rain is a fun concoction of vodka, blue Curaçao, cranberry, pineapple, and a splash of grenadine. So, Shannon, do you want to kind of introduce? Well, maybe let Krisi introduce herself.
Yes.
Oh,
And
goodness.
Tell the viewers who you are, your life.
All right. Krisi Lund, for those of you who get emails from me and have never seen me other than in my profile picture.
Yeah, we're fans.
What do you want to know about me?
Well, I think we should talk a little bit about like how we used to work together back at Trojan.
So, a long, long time ago, when we were just babies, I started a job at Trojan Promotions with Shannon. And fast forward lots of life, and we are back together, rocking the promo world.
Who would have ever guessed that that would have happened?
Well, no one.
Right, exactly. And super tragic how this all did wrap around to happen this way.
But here we are.
Life goes on.
Life does go on, and we are together. Got the band back together, so to say.
Yeah, I don't think the guys have ever talked about that on their podcast. But those of you who don't know, Trojan Promotions was another company in Grand Forks, and there was an accident that happened, and Probetus was approached by the friends and family of Trojan, Troy and Jess Nelson, who passed away, to kind of come in and together carry on the tradition in Grand Forks. So if you see our vehicles or our building in Grand Forks, it says continuing the legacy of Trojan Promotions. And that's where Krisi was and Shannon was lots of years ago as well. So it's a kind of a unique story of how we came full circle.
It's very interesting. I always say that you guys adopted me. I was an orphan. And how you accepted me into your lives, and I accepted you into my home because you moved into my office.
Yeah, we've done trading spaces quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
The building that we're in, Shannon was in it?
I was.
And then you left.
Yep.
Did you ever come? You haven't come back. Now we shoved you in the warehouse.
I'm in the warehouse. Once in a while, I sit at Katie's desk when she wasn't here, but now she's back.
Hooray for that.
Yeah. It's so great that it's all just meshed so well with Krisi being on our team and everything that's happened. Like, it's just a blessing. So
Thanks, Shannon.
we're going to talk. Our theme today is the 90s. Gosh, we need some like 90s music to like pump up in here right now. I don't think anybody has that.
I could sing something, but no one wants to hear that.
Yeah, and I don't know how to work the boards that much. I'm not that cool.
Savannah and I were kind of getting in the mood today. We turned on 90s pop music in the warehouse. So it's funny because first of all, Krisi and I kind of like grew up in the 90s. Like we had our teenage senior year moments in the 90s.
Class of 97.
Class of 96. And nowadays, the fashion is coming back. It's crazy. Like, I see my daughter walk up the stairs. Oh, I'm supposed to give a shout out to Morgan. She's like, what's a shout out? I'm like, I'm going to say hi, Morgan, and all your friends that are listening. And she's going to be so embarrassed. But I see her and all her friends and people on campus at Central wearing all this stuff. I'm like, I used to have that. I used to have that. I'm like, oh, such a trendsetter. So all this stuff is just coming back, and it's super cool.
It is so crazy, though. Well, this is what I'm trying to figure out. They wear belly shirts to high school now?
Yeah, but
How is that allowed?
They also wear jeans that go up to all the way up.
The mom jeans.
Right, but you like can still see a little bit of the belly. Like it's crazy. I went to my brother Jack. Shout out to Jack. I don't think he even knows we do this, but I was at his football game and these girls have on like crop tops, bellies exposed. I'm like, I remember when I had to stand in school and they had to make sure my shorts went past my fingertips and I have like monkey arms. So shorts just weren't even an option for me because it wouldn't be a thing. It's wild.
I don't feel like it was that strict when we were in school. I remember wearing short skirts, and my mom would say to me as I went out the door, "Are you wearing shorts under that skirt?" And I'd be like, "Mother, no, it's a skirt. You don't wear shorts under a skirt."
I do not remember doing that, but that's just not how I dress. But it's crazy how everything was like, sweatshirts were like super baggy, tight roller jeans.
Correct.
Acid wash, everything. It was so...
You're right, though. It is all back.
It's all back.
I'm wearing my giant grandpa sweater today, as I like to call it.
Grandma sweater.
Okay.
We're not calling it a grandpa.
But it has pockets.
Okay.
Doesn't that make it the
so
grandpa
here's
sweater?
what's the craziest part. I see
a good
Krisi
point.
with the cardigan on today. She bought hers at the DG.
Shout out to the DG and
You guys-
Cavalier.
You have to explain what the DG is because people don't call it that.
Oh my
Only
God.
cool people call it the DG, I guess.
Dollar General. It's the best store ever.
Ever.
But she got
See,
hers
Katie
at the...
didn't know.
I'm going
the
to tell you
DG.
a little thing about why the Dollar General is my favorite store on the planet. It is just like going to Walmart, except for you don't have to be an athlete to get from one side to the other.
I was going to say, short, condensed.
Now Matt's going to want to go to the DG. 'cause
And the
he
prices
told
are
me
great.
He's a Walmart person now.
Oh my God, they have everything.
I had the same look on my face. I was like, what?
They have everything, and they even have their own off-brand Rexall.
I love the DG. It's awesome. Savanah and I actually have a funny story about the DG. So we had a
That
girls...
could be an episode itself.
It could
Jeez
be an
Louise.
episode. We'll just do a quick version. We had a girls' trip to Monoman, and we were road tripping on the way there. And somehow along the way, I'm talking to Jennifer, did you bring your swimsuit or whatever? Savannah's like, oh my God, I forgot mine. I'm like, it's fine. We can go to the DG. So we stop in Monoman at the Dollar General. I'm in one aisle. Savanah and our friend Jennifer, shout out to Jennifer, I know you're listening as well, are on the other side. And I'm finding some Savannah's like, I don't even care if they don't have a swimsuit because this is like March, February.
Yeah, and
Like,
we're
this
still in
is-
the middle of like weird COVID times too, where it's like, and swimsuits and North Dakota March, not the season yet.
Well, actually, we were in Minnesota, but
Technicality.
I find this pair of shorts that say Queen. I should have brought the shorts. And I'm like, Savannah, I found a pair of shorts that'll be perfect. They're coming over, and I threw them over the aisle. Savannah catches them. She's like, oop. There's this total random chick at the DG. She's like, what? Can I get something thrown over to me? Jennifer's like, sure.
Like
what
the
do you
aisle
want?
fairy.
As Shannon's on the other side, and she's like, well, what size? 'Cause she's serious,
Yeah.
like grabbing stuff already.
I am ready to go. I'm ready to whip it over. So funny, yes. But I bought the exact same grandpa cardigan, sure, at TJ Maxx. I even looked. It's the exact same.
What color is
tag,
yours?
The exact same.
No way.
I'm wearing it. Like, yes.
Disclosure, I've been wearing this for like 4 days straight. I didn't wear it yesterday, but
You
I
gotta
got it
break
this
in.
weekend, and my husband says to me, "You really like that sweater, don't you?" Like, I am never taking it off. It goes
is
with
so
everything.
comfortable.
It is. And we're at that time of year where you can wear shorts and a sweater, and it's perfect.
And it's probably super trendy too. Like
Well, I've never been known to be on trend, but
that's when you become on trend. If you wait long enough, you'll be on trend.
everything apparently comes around again.
Right.
So, like we just said, now I got to get some acid wash jeans.
I have a pair. I have like 3 pair. And I'm like, I had these in high school and in the 6th grade. What is happening?
Yeah, I'm trying to think who was telling me about her son who was 6th grade, 7th grade or something, had to get these new shoes, like Air Force Ones, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he had to get a specific acid wash skinny jean, and he wanted them in time for back to school, but none of the stores had them in Grand Forks.
Not
I'm
this
like, well,
year.
yeah, you're better off just ordering them online anyways.
Right.
Shoot. But it's just crazy. I'm like, oh, gosh, that's wild.
Let's just hope that hypercolor never comes back.
Oh, totally. It's coming back, I'm
No,
sure.
that was a disaster.
What's that?
Hypercolor.
Where your shirt changes a different color when you get warm. It's not good.
like color changing or
Yeah.
like mood.
I had
cups.
one, and it
yeah.
was neon green and black,
Mine was
like
pink and purple.
tie-dyed. Oh, I wore that thing like all the time.
Never wear it on
shirt
gym
ever.
day.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not good.
That'd be a really bad deal. Like that would not be good for me unless it changed colors when you were really cold.
I need it at the warehouse. Somebody be like, here's how hard I'm working in purple today.
I've seen actually new hypercolor shirts that a design appears that you cannot see when it's dry. I think they're like running shirts.
Oh, that's cool.
I think
and
I've
like
heard
so
of
they're
that.
dry, it's just pink, and then you sweat or whatever, and then it says like I hate running.
It's kind of like, that's cute. It's kind of like the old hypercolor like coffee mug where it used to.
Oh, yeah.
We thought it was so cool back in the day. I'm looking at you because
They still make those.
she was probably in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Back, well, when is back in the day?
early 2000s.
Maybe middle school.
Oh Lord.
Well, that's where I was gonna go with the whole like '90s theme, and it's funny because we have different perspectives of the '90s. We have different points of our lives.
The 90s was still just 10 years ago, right?
Oh, I wish.
Feels like it.
Oh man, right?
I can't believe the 90s was 20.
No, don't
So-
say the words.
Okay. Lots and lots of years ago.
You can do the math, viewers.
Math is science.
Oh, and they're probably you guys told them what year you graduated. You
I did.
screwed up.
Yeah, well,
Now everyone knows how old
it's
you
okay.
are.
According to my son, I'm actually only like 17. So it's all
Hey,
good.
nice.
It's all good.
Well, according to that chick in Vegas who wanted my business, I'm only 24. So that will be another story for another day.
He almost made me spit out my drink, and I've got the fancy in front of me, so that is not an option. Oh gosh. Well, so with '90s fashion, should we have them flip it to the
Flip it.
to the screen, to the power, and I get to turn mini? There we go. Here.
Now we really need some like salt and pepper like playing in the background.
I wish I. We're gonna have to talk about these buttons.
Tom Cruise.
So I didn't realize there's like multiple kinds of bomber jackets.
Yes.
So we have our fashion on trend bomber jacket. We've got the. Oh, my arm's not tall enough. It disappears. We've got the then and then the now. And what a great movie, Top Gun.
Oh my God.
I had to use that picture because it's one of my favorite movies.
That was actually in the 80s, but who
Well,
cares?
it's what came up.
I think I had that jacket.
You Google search and
Pretty
stuff
sure I had
just
that
comes
jacket
up.
too. I had a leather bomber from Wilson's back in the day when the mall was good. Oh, best jacket ever.
I have my dad's leather bomber, the real deal, from when he was in the Army.
Nice.
Super nice.
That is super cool. And
Well, and they're super on trend. Like, I think I have two of them from, or two or three from work that are very, they kind of go with anything. Dress them up, dress them down, do what you want. But do you guys remember the email train that went on with these, like, starter vibe?
yep. I'm looking at it right now. I'm never gonna own one of those things ever again. That's terrible.
Krisi, don't you remember that email?
What email? I don't remember. I did a brain dump over the long weekend. Sorry.
Oh, Michael sent an email out to us.
Oh.
And he's like,
We need these
I
team
think,
jackets. Now I
I
remember.
think like Probita's Christmas party.
Now I remember. Let's do it. But only get one for Michael, and we'll just tell him we all have them,
And you need to wear it.
and he needs to wear it, and tell him where to meet us.
We could have like a photo crew ready.
Right? Oh gosh, he'd be so mad.
Oh, that would be funny.
I would be happy.
It would be funny. Go, Kari wanted one. I'm like, Kari, you're too young to understand that we had one when we were little. Well, no, I was in high school.
Well, but with
Jeepers.
Kari, it's like Kari's the youngest on our team, and she's probably a lot more on trend than we are.
But you know what's funny
Yes.
about that? I remember my mother saying those things to me when I was a kid and I wanted to wear like polyester or something. And she was just like, oh my gosh, I wore that when I was your age. You can't, please tell me that's not coming back.
Right.
So it happens to all of us.
All right, we'll jump to the next one. Fanny packs. And I especially put the Cotopaxi one on there because Krisi loves Cotopaxi.
I do not have the fanny pack yet, but I do have 4 backpacks.
I do like how they wear it now. They don't wear it around their waist, although I do see a lot of Canadians wearing them around their. I can tell who they are around their waists in Vegas. Like I'm like, okay, you guys are not from this country, but like the cool people wear it like strapped around, like the celebrities or
Like
whatever.
They call
like
it
a sling. Yeah.
There you go.
We'll help you. Don't worry.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. It's so that one's it's that I feel it though. I was over where was I? At a restaurant. And servers have been utilizing fanny packs instead of aprons. Which I don't know if they seem as user friendly, but if you
Kinda
look
makes sense.
cooler, maybe.
My husband loves fanny packs.
Did you get him a Carhartt one? P.S. We have Carhartt fanny packs at Probitas.
I think I did, actually. I did. Yes. I did.
Jamie, I think we need a picture of you in your fanny pack.
I was gonna say we're gonna need a photo of that.
Okay. I will secure one.
Perfect.
All right, next one. Let's see. Oh, the tie-dye.
Tie-dye.
So tie-dye is like super in. But my younger brother, as I was saying, who is a sophomore, pardon me, over at Central, he's like, Savanah, do you have any dad hats at Probitas? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure we do. You can come look. I made
is
him help
that?
me haul boxes, and that was his reward.
What's a dad hat?
I don't know what a dad hat is.
Come on. It's like the,
Like twill?
I would
Like
think a trucker.
unstructured?
yeah. Garment wash, twill, for an antique buckle
Pigment
slide.
dyed.
And
That's a lot of industry terms.
Right.
Well, our viewers are like, oh yeah, dad hat, duh.
Yeah, and we're just like pigment dyed, unstructured, garment washed. Those are words.
But I showed him a tie-dye hat because I was thinking like, oh, this could be a grand slam. Then you know how that works. Nope. When you think you win, you lose. So that's the tie-dye and crop tops, you know.
Someone needs to tell Target that ladies still want the bottom half of their shirts.
Right. Some people should not pull off the crop top.
I do think certain things should come into a certain size.
Yes.
And we should give up.
Yes.
Agreed.
Agreed.
We make it so. Target, listen up.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all listening to us. Bated breath.
And then the final one. You guys both had to have these.
Oh, 100%. And I started a trend. Everybody's going to laugh at this. My kids do all the time. And this is where I wish I would have brought my yearbooks. There's a picture of me wearing my flannel over my t-shirt, and I only button the top 2 buttons, and I let the rest hang. And Morgan's like, yeah, that's how those rap people used to do it, those gangsters, and they would like shoot everybody up. And I'm like, nope.
Okay.
I started that trend at Dakota Prairie. That was me.
So I remember going to the mall wearing the flannel with cut-off denim shorts over tights with army boots. And I'll never forget being stopped and someone calling me grunge. And I was like, what's that word mean? I don't know what grunge is. Apparently, we're late to everything here in North Dakota.
Well,
Yeah,
when
you
I was
think?
Googling 90s fashion, grunge is like a top word that comes up.
We
Yep.
had Nirvana, Pearl Jam, like
Apparently, they're grunge. Anything flannel and
yeah.
army boots.
You did not know this?
Well, I learned it after I started doing it. I don't know where I learned it from, but I thought it was cool. I also
You probably were.
I would like to go on record saying I was the first girl in my 9th grade class that parted my hair down the middle. Straight hair, part down the middle.
Lannis Morissette.
Correct. And I loved it. And then in high school, I let my bangs grow out. And they may or may not have been in front of my eyes for picture day. And my mother was not happy.
Did she make you redo
Shout
one?
out to my mom because I know she watches.
Did she make you redo your picture?
No, they were. It wasn't terrible, but she was like, "Oh, wish your bangs weren't in your eyes.
My mom
I was
made
like, Mom, that's how I wear them.
my mom made my brother. Oh, shout out to my brother. Redo his high school picture because he wore his hat backwards. Well, first of all, he wore a hat and backwards. So he had to redo his picture, no hat, no backwards.
How do they even allow that? Like, I thought the picture people have a job, a responsibility.
I think the picture people give up at some point because my son's first ever school photo, he had the most giantest booger hanging out of his nose.
Haven't you ever seen those
Right
pictures
there.
on Facebook
And-
where it's like worst
oh my
school
God.
pictures ever?
We laugh so hard every time we even think of that photo. And I was like, no, wait, this is the best photo on the planet.
We're keeping it.
We're keeping it. And when he is a senior, his wedding day, like that picture's coming out. 100%.
I love it. That's awesome.
I would never make him redo it. That's gold right there. That's money in the bank.
Right?
And how many people do they? It's not like in that grade. Do they like trade pictures? Do people still do that? I remember you'd get like some of your pictures and you'd give them to your friends.
Yeah, I think so.
We did that. Yeah.
I think so. But then also we got a class picture. And so it's kind of like you already have everyone's picture. Like my kid brings home a class picture and I'm just like, oh, look, you already have everyone's picture. Done. So,
And I loved what we used to write on the back of those pictures, like, best friends forever.
like a novel.
You're so cool.
I don't think anyone ever told me I was so cool. I wish you were my friend back then. Oh, now I'm sad.
You're my friend now. I'm way cooler now.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think anyone wrote that on mine either. I'm really disappointed. Why'd you have to put us down like that, Shannon?
FYI, speaking of 90s and music and high school, Soul Asylum is going to be in town this weekend at the Greenway Take Back.
Yep.
Soul Asylum
No,
played.
all things were wrong. Greenway take over.
I know, whatever. Y'all knew what I was talking about. Soul Asylum played at my prom in 1997 at the Air Force Base because it was the year of the flood and we were so sad that we didn't get real prom. No, we weren't. We had Soul Asylum. And we were all very, very excited. And they're coming back this year. And for anybody who's interested, apparently they want to do a class photo with everybody who was at the prom.
How much cooler would it have been if it was Prince, like you told me earlier?
Oh my gosh. So I knew some people on the prom committee back then, and they were trying to get Prince. Shout out to Purple Rain.
Shut up.
Woo!
And no
Well,
offense
just-
to the Greenway people about the Soul Asylum, because that's super cool.
No, but yeah, well, Prince obviously can't come. He's a bit otherwise not available.
Right.
So apparently Prince was going to come, and I think his lawyers squashed it because they wouldn't let him do anything for free.
No one ever lets anyone do anything for
I know.
I know.
Even though us poor high school kids who didn't get our prom.
Great.
So-
He's just trying to be a good guy, and they
That's
just
right.
squashed
Yeah.
it.
They did. But Soul
Especially-
Asylum stepped up to the plate and came, played her prom.
Oh, okay. So speaking of this, so we're going to go back. Okay, so we're talking about the flood, talking about the 90s. So right after the flood, our president, Bill Clinton, came to speak at the Air Force Base hangar where the prom was. And I don't know if anybody's watched it or not. I'm waiting until my boyfriend comes home this weekend and we're going to watch it. But the impeachment series on FX, it's the Monica Lewinsky story.
I heard it was recently released.
Yep, it just came out last night. So I'm super intrigued to watch it because it's one of those things growing up, especially when you're a teenager in the 90s, like that was a huge deal. Like Bill Clinton almost got impeached for, you know, not having sexual relations with
that
Monica
woman.
Lewinsky.
With
Yeah,
that woman.
Yeah. So I'm pretty pumped up to watch
That,
series.
the O.J. Simpson trial.
I watched that.
I remember the TVs in the
I
school.
watched that. Yep.
Yep.
We watched the
Waiting for the verdict while in class.
verdict in
Yep.
the library. And I just watched, it was the same people that made the People versus O.J. Simpson from FX or whatever that's having this impeachment
Okay.
series. So I'm intrigued.
I like history shows, especially when you remember them.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
I watched a thing on when the Challenger exploded. I know that was in the 80s, but you watch it and you, like, just remember where you were.
Yep. And they used to play it well, when it happened, being a kid, like they'd play it over and over and over again, and they would talk about the teacher that was on the shuttle, and
Yep.
yeah,
Talk about traumatic.
right.
Yeah. Woohoo! Cocktails.
that was
having
traumatic.
fun.
Okay.
Here we go.
Back to acid wash jeans.
Yes, and Pearl Jam.
Yeah. No, Soul Asylum.
Oh,
Okay, so that was gonna
Them and Pearl Jam.
be a question. So I'm a 90s baby, born in the 90s.
Oh Lord.
So I don't know any song that they sing.
Soul Asylum?
Well, like
Runaway Train.
Runaway Train.
It's really the only one they're known for.
Shannon, sing it to me.
Runaway
Train never coming back. Dun, I don't know.
I'd
the
rather
rest of the
Google the
words.
rest.
Yeah.
Okay, so that gives me enough. That because it's
Yeah.
in things.
I will let you
too,
borrow
like,
my CD that they made at my prom.
Nice.
They did a lot of covers though, because I don't know how many albums they had out at the time. But I will mention this, that I don't know if they've changed their views on who we are now, but they came out and played Rhinestone Cowboy. Soul Asylum playing Rhinestone Cowboy to a bunch of 16 and 17-year-olds in North Dakota.
So, and then you said they made a CD from
They live recorded us. So I actually listened to it to see if I can hear myself screaming in the background.
So then can we hear them sing Rhinestone Cowboy?
I think it's on the album.
You would think so, right?
I think it's on the album. There's a picture of the flood on the front cover. And there's probably like 12 songs at least. They didn't release it right away. I must have been, I swear to you, I was probably 10, 15 years out of high school when I discovered it on Amazon and promptly ordered it.
That's crazy.
So I have it. I didn't even know they did it.
You're going to have to bring that into work.
I will. I'll
Yeah.
find it. I'll find it somewhere.
Yeah, Runaway Train was super overplayed.
Well, it was like
Around
the song.
Yeah.
If I had to call them a one-hit wonder, it'd be because of that song. I know they had other songs, but
Yeah.
that's the only one that anyone
It
remembers.
was good.
It was very good. They were very good.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But Rhinestone Cowboy was a little out of character for all of us.
Yeah, because you guys were grunge.
Yeah, well, I think we were a little bit out of that phase by then. I feel like grunge was more junior high.
Yeah.
And then by the time high school came, gosh, I don't know what I was wearing. Platform shoes? I don't know.
I was still wearing flannel.
I'm sure.
It was still pretty grunge.
Okay.
Pearl Jam, Nirvana.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. I think it was still pretty grunge. I don't know. I remember Jabos. Remember having
Yes.
those.
Yes. I remember shopping at JCPenney on the sale rack because I had to earn my own shopping money and didn't have a lot of it. So clearance it was.
Bum. I used to have a
Bum.
sweatshirt that
I had
said
one.
bum. And mom's like, that's terrible. I'm like, no, that's like the designer. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't mean I'm a bum. It's the designer.
Like B.
Jordache.
BUM.
Yeah, BUM.
Yep.
Okay.
Jordache was a thing.
Jordache was the thing.
Yep.
Was the thing. Yep.
Caboodles.
Oh my God, caboodles. Caboodles
Like-
and those
like-
hair clips
like-
where you just like push and like your
I did that.
hair. Oh man.
Who wouldn't want to put all their makeup and hair accessories in a tackle box?
Yeah.
Caboodles.
Oh,
They're back now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now they've well, mine was much like that jacket that we showed, like in 18 colors. Now they're much more refined.
They are more
They're like
refined. They're
champagne pink.
Yeah.
and-
A little classy.
yeah, a little
for 'em.
classier.
Yeah, like
Yeah. We liked our colors in the.
neon.
Yeah.
Neon was super
Heck
popular
yeah.
back then. Yep.
And we did spur of the moment decide 90s theme because I'm like, gosh, Pro Beatus, really our colors are so
That's true.
Yes.
90s-ish,
Yes.
like bright and stuff. I'm like, oh, I could have worn my bright t-shirt.
Get Michael that jacket. It'll fit in perfectly.
I think we need to find a bolder one though, because I think we can find a bolder one.
Oh
Like,
yes, we can.
They're out there.
they
They're out there.
exist. Yeah.
Just wait for Condento or whatever.
Could probably just go to a garage sale and find one.
True.
Thrift store.
Oh yes.
We've
Yeah.
got the means to embroider it.
Oh, what would Michael do?
Hopefully he'd wear it.
He would.
With
Knowing
pride.
Michael, he would totally wear it.
I was gonna say, I think he would. He's like the most introverted extrovert There is.
That is such a good word
His
for him.
kids are still really young, but they'll get to an age where he wants to do things like that to embarrass them. And that'll be awesome. That's when your second life starts.
That's right. That is when your second life starts.
I think he'll be really good at it too, because
Yeah.
he's very like,
Yeah.
oh, Michael.
Yep. Sneak attack.
Did he do so? Or
No, you just like,
that's,
you know, you're quiet Michael and then sneak attack, embarrass your kids.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Because he always throws out those like one-liners like
Yeah.
sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
So I did find Runaway Train. I can play the song as our like closing music.
We're going to have to
We want-
pay royalties or anything.
We do not own. No,
We do
you have
not
to
own
say
the rights
we do
Oh,
not
we do
own
not own the
rights.
rights.
I think that's what we have to say.
This is just
right?
No, because it's gonna it could get taken down.
Oh, no,
Oh.
never mind. We're not playing it. We just
Google
have to
it.
sing it. Runaway train never coming back. If you
Wrong
want to
way
hear it
on a one-way
by Soul
track.
Asylum, go to the Greenway Festival this weekend downtown. They're better than us.
Much.
And I'm sure they're gonna. You would. Hope.
They're gonna.
Oh,
Play.
100%
I wonder if they're gonna
sing it.
play Rhinestone Cowboy.
I know.
So anyone who goes, tell me because I can't be there.
I can't be there either. Shannon.
Someone go
I'll
and
try.
tell me if they play
Okay.
Rhinestone Cowboy.
Okay. I'll
And
try to go.
school's out for summer. They played that too.
School's
Out
out
for
for summer.
Yes, they played that too.
I know. If anybody wants to book us, we're Shannon and Krisi at Probitas Promotions.
Yep.
We're available.
All the time. Pretty free. Pretty much free.
They're gonna have cover. Yeah. Here we go, people.
We don't have any original songs.
You're gonna have to provide the cocktails. It's not on me. I think give them a little Purple Rain, and they might sing for you.
Everything is awesome.
It's gonna have to be like at least 2,000 back for me to know the words.
right. Right.
Well, we got anything to close with?
Oh, just our singing.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for coming on. This
It
is
was
super
a lot
fun.
of fun.
That's it. That's cocktails. We had a blast, and cheers.
Cheers. See you guys next time.